Hey everyone, how is everyone doing on this Tuesday night, October 29th? Or is it 28th? What's the difference, sir? 24 hours of difference. October is ending, the leaves are falling, winter is coming, and I could feel it today, the wind, and the cold. Whose song is that, man? No April rain. No flowers bloom. Whose song is that? No, it's not mine. I think it's Lionel Richie or one of those guys. All right. Stevie Wonder. Stevie Wonder. Okay, okay. No Halloween. I just call. All right. You are not a singer. You are not a chef either, sir. You're just a robot. All right. Speaking of which, are we robots? Are we humanoid robots, biological machines? Or is there more to us? Some people try to find, some sort of a greater meaning, bigger meaning. And the day to day, being a cog in the wheel. All right. Some people believe in the afterlife. Some people are just here. This is it. I don't know. I'm agnostic, man. But here's the thing, all right? The thing is, I don't really sort of like, I mean, I used to sort of like believe in, well, I shouldn't say believe in something. Maybe, I don't know. Again, I'm agnostic, so I have no idea. I have no idea about afterlife. It's a God, like an entity. But I know one thing, and I'm pretty sure you all do. Otherworldly things that our self. I don't want to use the term soul because I don't know what that means. Right? Is inclined towards. All right. That would be, a fragrance. All right. A fragrance, out of this fucking world, like, I don't know, like maybe flowers, right? You smell them, or you're in some Garden of Eden and you're smelling like you are in some other fucking worldly place, right? And the psychedelic experience, obviously, there's otherworldly, right? And the music also. Okay, so this is where I was going. All right. So it's Halloween, by the way. Oh, huh? What are you dressing up as? Huh? A clown or superhero? I have no freaking idea. Halloween, Halloween, Halloween is really for kids, I think. And then it just spilled onto our adulthood where we are still kids. I mean, some of us back in like 2000s, right? Halloween parade, and I went there a couple of times, and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing in New York City? So I had to say sorry to my wife because last time I didn't go to Halloween parade. Obviously, it's coming up, but I'm not going to go there. Fuck that. But I ended up in fucking Manhattan. I mean, I had to have dinner with my sister, and my brother was here from Portland, Maine. And then somehow, I mean, we went to this place in Koreantown, barbecue. Man, that place was tiny, and there were so many people. The food was great, but I realized that during our conversation, obviously my wife couldn't make it. During our conversation, I just had those fucking sauces, and they give you like with the tabletop barbecue, they give you a lot of sauces. But just to make this long story short, all right. And from there, we went to play pool, and then I just took a fucking pit stop somewhere in Manhattan. And then I just fell into my old school fucking mind. And then I just like, you know what, man? I just want to like this a moment by myself. And then my brother and, and our other cousin who's here, they were hanging out somewhere. I was thinking, should I go meet them? And then, and then it just got late and my wife was calling me. I didn't pick up her phone. And then I was trying to like, in any case, so nothing bad happened. It's just that, I ended up spending a lot of fucking Uber money trying to find like solitude and music and all that, right? But it was just too fucking late. Somehow, I think the other black hole in my mind, you know, well was, I had some health issues back in 2018, starting exactly at this time. I think I was thinking about that, and then I'm like, fuck this, I gotta just somehow listen to some good music and just not think about the past thing. And that's what happened. That's what happened. And it just ended up being late. Bad thing was that I didn't pick up my wife's phone, so obviously she was pissed, right? Next day. But where am I going with this? I mean, maybe I should do a whole. Hold on a second. I know, sorry, but this is my podcast, okay? I just talk shit. Please let me do this, okay? This is like my own whatever reflection, you know? And oh yeah, so our self, like our essence, is inclined towards these things, you know? And these are first-hand experiences. And yeah, music can take you, good music can take you. I mean, what does that thing called? The Turkish, in Turkey and Middle East, it can take you to the fucking alien, right? If you are in the right mind and all that, but whatever it is, all right. So you feel that, and then that's natural, all right. That's sort of natural thing that you are somehow your body is attuned to the cells or whatever it is, the non-material part of ourself. All right. I think that's one of the things, otherworldly things. And maybe that's what we are supposed to do is, some people do meditation, and, maybe that's the end game for us humans. Since we can talk, we have language, we have computers, we have everything. Not everything, but Maybe we are supposed to basically get into this fucking non-material world through something. I had no fucking idea who was talking about that. I was listening to, this morning. That's the other problem. I haven't been able to sleep, after 6 o'clock. I'm gonna take some fucking melatonin. Uh, I was listening to who? Oh, right. So I've been listening to a lot of, you know, audiobooks from Amazon on DMT and what their realm is, and people talk about their own experiences. I think that's the ultimate sort of like spiritual, sort of like, again, if you believe in a spirit, which is the soul, our essence. I think it's like DMT is like a ship. You get on that ship, which is through the electrochemical, I mean, through our neurons, and through electrochemical processes. Processes. That's what I wanted to use, right? And that turns into a ship. It basically takes you through some sort of a fucking tunnel somewhere, right? Is that like another planet, or is that some sort of non-material material world around, right? And then you can also do psychotherapy and all that through DMT, right? Because it can resolve a lot of things for you. Some of the things from your past that are bothering you, etc., etc. I think they were talking about that too in that audio book, and then it just put me to sleep. Um, so these otherworldly, like inclinations of our mind. That's what I should say, mind, sir. Because I mean, our soul is not in our stomach. I don't think so. All right. Uh, I mean, the central processing unit is up in the brain, right? Whatever the hell it is. All right. So there's got to be where what the central processing machine of soul is, how it becomes. And that's where everything happens. It means like, you take something like psilocybin or DMT, and this is what I think. Nobody has a theory, and this is my theory, and maybe many people actually have this theory, which is just a theory, right? So, DMT is produced by the body, and so maybe at the advent of death, body just, dumps so much DMT into our mind or into body that the ship becomes the real ship, right? And that's when you cross into some other fucking dimension. I think that's what DMT does when you smoke it or whatever the fuck it is, right? And but that's, I mean, that again, that's a theory. Um, and what's the other thing I said? All right, so music, psychedelic experience, good food, and smells, fragrance, right? I think these are basically the characteristics of our, you know, unadulterated. Is that the word I want to use? Unadulterated self. Or this is what our unadulterated self seeks. And then, oh, the other thing, oh, like even in these books, they talk about a heaven. And I'm not talking about heaven with like 50 virgins for both men and woman, just the scenery, all right? Like if you go to a place like Switzerland or some of the mountains where we come from are also beautiful, but Switzerland, or even if you go to like fucking Rockies, that's what I used to go to. United States side of Rockies, right? The Continental Divide in Colorado. And you look at the scene, you have the lake down at the bottom or whatever river, right? And then you got these like mountain peaks with a little bit of snow on top, and then and you have these like fucking pine trees, and like it's beautiful, and the air is so fresh, and it's like, oh my fucking god! And at night you can see all the fucking stars, right? So there's the other uh place that our self wants to go, all right, in our mind. I think that's what it is. No, if you have done something really wrong in this fucking world, I think your ship basically just. Okay, sir, you are going into other fucking discussions that you have no clue about, all right? I'm saying, I'm just trying to make a joke of, out of the whole thing, all right? The ship and the fucking getting into other worlds. Um, and I don't want to go on and on, all right? So that's all I had to say. 16 minutes, that's good enough. What else is going on? Well, end of 2025, for the better. I hope also for everyone. I mean, we still got 2 months, I get it. But it's sort of like into that mode or season, which is still nice, can still feel the sun, and you are in fall season, right? But then if you are in a place like northeast or colder place, north of fucking equator, right? Then you're also in the depression mode, right? Because winters are always depressing up here. Cold, dark, long fucking nights. In any case, all right, so let's just end this podcast on a positive note. So what's the positive note, sir? Oh yeah, like I said, I hope you all are having a great year, I would say, with your health and whatever well-being. And get sleep, man. Sleep is important. All right. Um, I don't know. We were planning to go to Florida for 3 months after the holidays. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see, right? And yeah, right now I'm just being a cog in the wheel, just doing my day-to-day routine of work and home, and spending time with my wife at home. And I don't have anything planned. But it was good to see my brother. Seems like he's happy. Good for him. And there's the degree of happiness, the balance of life, man. These are important. Are you doing it, sir? Don't fucking overdo the things, especially going out that fucking, you feel it. Yeah, I feel it. Good. Um, but then, old habits, fucking God. Forgive me. All right, so everyone, I think I atoned for everyone. I mean, all of my fucking sins. And then the other thing is that, I can't even fucking play golf now. I think the golf season is. I hope not. You can even still play up until like fucking Thanksgiving, right? I hope we have at least a couple of more weekends to play golf. Not this weekend. There's a fucking storm coming from Jamaica. I was just telling my wife, this is exactly 13 fucking years ago, all right, when Sandy happened in 2012. This was end of October. And it devastated, the whole, coast, our coast in New York. There was, darkness in Manhattan. My sister was living there on the east side, Midtown East, right? And they didn't have electricity for 10 days. I was laughing at them, making fun of them. I was living in Brooklyn. There was army deployed. Can you believe that? Midtown East. Um, our National Guards, I should say army, sir. Come on. I'm hoping that this storm doesn't end up being like Sandy. I hope not. That's not a good thing to say. All right. But that really affects all of us. All right. So, no shows, man. We've been watching that show, Alien Earth, that's like the offshoot of the Alien movies. And my wife was complaining that, she was having bad dreams watching that show. And what are they there? There's nothing else there, really. We basically finished all those shows that, I mean, she was watching Boardwalk Empire and I was watching Banshee. Both. There's nothing else to watch, man. I'm depressed. All right, well, listen, there's always something. Hollywood and all these channels and producers, they produce something. It's got to be something, man. All right. I assume and presume you all are having a great week. I'll see you all next week. Happy Halloween.